It's a chilly December evening in 1991, and the streets of Austin, Texas, are empty and silent, except for the sound of sirens piercing through the air, as police rush to the scene of a horrific crime that would change the city forever. You step out of your car and onto the cold, wet pavement, the sound of raindrops hitting the ground echoing through the air. The year is 1991, and the city of Austin, Texas, is about to witness a crime that would go down in history as one of the most brutal and baffling. The I Can't Believe It's Yogurt shop, a popular hangout spot for teenagers, is now a crime scene, with police tape surrounding the building and officers rushing to secure the area. As you approach the shop, you notice the door is slightly ajar, and the lights are still on, casting an eerie glow onto the wet pavement. You push the door open, and a bell above it lets out a faint ring, but the sound is quickly drowned out by the hum of police radios and the murmur of voices. You're met with a sight that makes your blood run cold: the bodies of 4 teenagers, brutally murdered, their lives cut short in an instant. The air is thick with the smell of blood and fear, and you can't help but wonder what drove someone to commit such a heinous crime. As you take in the scene, you notice the smallest details: a dropped ice cream cone, a scattered pile of coins, a broken chair. Each item tells a story, but the question on everyone's mind is, who could have done this, and why? The investigation is about to begin, and it will take years, decades even, to uncover the truth behind this horrific crime. But for now, the city is left to mourn the loss of 4 innocent lives, and the yogurt shop, once a symbol of joy and laughter, is now a haunting reminder of the darkness that lurks in every corner of our society. As the investigation unfolds, you're taken to a world of darkness and despair, where the lines between good and evil are blurred. The police are working around the clock to gather evidence, to find any lead that could bring them closer to the killer. You're with the detectives as they sift through the crime scene, looking for any tiny detail that could crack the case. They find a piece of fabric caught in the door, a strand of hair on the floor, and a suspicious-looking individual lurking in the shadows. Each discovery raises more questions than answers, and the detectives are faced with a daunting task: to piece together the events of that fateful night. The yogurt shop's security cameras captured a glimpse of the killer, but the footage is grainy, and the face is obscured. The police are left to rely on eyewitness accounts, but the stories are inconsistent, and the witnesses are shaken. As the days turn into weeks, the case goes cold, and the city is left to wonder if justice will ever be served. But then, a breakthrough: a DNA sample is collected from the crime scene, and it's a match to an unknown individual. The police have a new lead, but it will take years to track down the killer. The question on everyone's mind is, will the DNA evidence be enough to bring the perpetrator to justice, or will it be just another dead end in a case that has already seen its fair share of twists and turns? You're now part of the investigation team, working tirelessly to track down the killer. The DNA evidence has given you a new lead, but it's a long shot. The sample is degraded, and the match is partial. The police are faced with a daunting task: to find a needle in a haystack, to identify the killer from a pool of thousands of potential suspects. You're with the detectives as they scour the city, looking for anyone who might match the DNA profile. They interview witnesses, suspects, and even family members of the victims, but every lead seems to end in a dead end. The case is going cold again, and the police are running out of options. But then, a glimmer of hope: a new DNA testing technique becomes available, one that can amplify the degraded sample and provide a more accurate match. The police are cautious, but they're willing to try anything to crack the case. The question on everyone's mind is, will this new technique be the breakthrough they need, or will it be just another false hope in a case that has already seen its fair share of disappointments? The new DNA testing technique has provided a breakthrough, but it's not what the police expected. The match is not to a known individual, but to a family member of one of the suspects. The case has just taken a dramatic turn, and the police are faced with a new set of questions. Who is the real killer, and how are they connected to the suspect? The investigation is reopened, and the detectives are back to square one, re-examining the evidence and re-interviewing the witnesses. You're with them as they follow a new lead, one that takes them down a dark and twisted path. The killer is still out there, and the police are running out of time. The question on everyone's mind is, will they be able to catch the killer before it's too late, or will the case go cold once again? The killer has been caught, but the case is far from over. The police are still trying to piece together the events of that fateful night, to understand what drove the killer to commit such a heinous crime. You're with the detectives as they reflect on the case, on the twists and turns that led them to the killer. The yogurt shop is still closed, a haunting reminder of the tragedy that occurred. The city is still reeling from the shock, trying to come to terms with the fact that the killer was living among them, hiding in plain sight. The question on everyone's mind is, how could this have happened, and how can we prevent it from happening again? The case has raised more questions than answers, and the police are left to ponder the what-ifs. What if they had acted sooner? What if they had followed a different lead? The investigation may be over, but the impact of the crime will be felt for years to come. The yogurt shop murders case is now a part of history, a reminder of the darkness that lurks in every corner of our society. The killer is behind bars, but the impact of the crime will be felt for generations to come. You're left to ponder the what-ifs, to wonder what could have been done differently. The case has raised questions about the justice system, about the effectiveness of DNA testing, and about the human psyche. The yogurt shop may be closed, but the memories of that fateful night will live on, a haunting reminder of the horrors that humans are capable of inflicting on each other. As you reflect on the case, you're left with a sense of unease, a feeling that the truth is still out there, waiting to be uncovered. The question on everyone's mind is, what other secrets are hiding in the shadows, waiting to be revealed? The yogurt shop murders case may be closed, but the true crime genre is still alive and well, with new cases emerging every day, each one a reminder of the darkness that lurks within us all. As we conclude this journey into the dark world of true crime, we're left with more questions than answers. The yogurt shop murders case may be closed, but the memories of that fateful night will live on, a haunting reminder of the horrors that humans are capable of inflicting on each other. If you've made it this far, thank you for joining me on this journey. If you have a theory about the case, please share it with us in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more true crime content, and join us next time as we delve into another dark and twisted case. The truth is out there, but it's up to us to uncover it. Until next time, stay vigilant and stay safe.